a confession. I still don't know which months have 30 days and which ones have 31. Hi guys, today we're up in my media room. I absolutely love this space. I thought I'd kind of turn the camera a little bit and angle it. You can kind of see one of the movie posters here, Goonies, but if you have not seen the makeover of the fall like decorating of the space, I'll link it down below. But today is another Dollar Tree haul, and I'm also going to include a DIY at the end. So stick around, because in my head, I haven't actually done it yet. I'm going to film it after the haul part, but in my head right now I feel like it's gonna work out and it's gonna look really cute. And actually the idea sparked from a haul. I don't remember when it was pretty recent, in the last week. I think I mentioned something about like spooky houses, and then that's when the idea was kind of born. So anyways, let's dive into the haul part first. I picked up some of these cute little boxes. I finally found them, so I'm very excited because I think these boxes are just absolutely fresh. Really love the spooky house. This is my favorite image of Halloween at Dollar Tree this year. This little purple house. I mean, we even have the witch going on here, ghosts kind of flying out, the creepy trees on the side. This is my favorite design yet. And I love these boxes. I like using them for my daughter's care package. I'll like stuff socks and little things in here, or things that are kind of like smaller, I'll wrap in tissue, put them in here, and then it just helps with that item being more secured and not flying around the box while it's in transit. So, and then I also got this size. Normally when it comes to these little boxes, I do tend to gravitate towards the largest size, but I thought this one was so cute in this small. I really like the, what's it focusing on? I think it's focusing on the fireplace, I'm not sure. But the stripes are super cute, very Halloween to me. I like the black handle. The inside is detailed as well. And then here is a close-up shot. You just have like the whole gang, you know, kind of playing around the words. So I thought that was really cute. I think they had more of these boxes, but these were the only two I picked up. Then I found a very creepy skull candle. This is brand new, you guys. They did not have this out last year. And I love how there's like this, you know, combination of white and red to the skull. Oops. Which I just think is really, really cool. And then the wick is obviously on top. And it comes decorated too, like wrapped nicely. So if you wanted to gift it, the work is literally already done for you. You can just throw it in a gift basket. But this would also be cute, like if you're really into, you know, Halloween and you have a desk space, this would be like a cute little item to put on your desk. You could even just use it like as a little weight, because it does have some weight to it. But yeah, just that translucenty look of the red, I really like. So I got that. Here is this sign right here. Actually pause, because I'm going to go grab the other ones that go with this so that you can kind of know what I'm talking about. In a previous haul, I shared these garden stakes with you guys, and I remarked about how vintagey they look, and I thought that I got the whole thing, but then I went to a different store and found the cat. And so I just kind of wanted you guys to see like the whole gang together. And looking at them now, the cat is definitely my favorite. I just really love the detail that they put on the hat. Like this little orange part is like an added layer. I love when Dollar Tree does that. I just feel like it makes it look, you know, a little bit more detailed, and there's just more dimension and depth to it. So anyways, super cute. And also just want to point out that each welcome part is a different color. So if you wanted to deconstruct this and put it on a wreath, that would be cute too. And they are really easy to pull off of this stake. So, you know, you can just take the cat and the welcome and then put it on a wreath, which I think I gotta do that. I definitely think I gotta do that with the cat. So, all right, so there's that. And I was kind of wondering if these were going to be a thing this year, and they finally put them out, and they are the candy bucket bags. just to show you guys how big these truly are. Like, look at this. That is absolutely massive. And these bags are also new. And look at this cool little feature where you can secure the top. Kind of almost turns into a little backpack, right? So if you just have overflowing with candy, you can seal it up nice and tight. So we've got the pumpkin, we have the ghost, which I think is my favorite, and then we also have the cat. And I really like the cat too. I like that they kept the cat black and white and they didn't like add green or purple to it. I just really like how they just did like 2 colors for each bag. So really cute. Drop some ideas down below on like how else you would use these bags, because my mind's kind of like turning and I'm trying to figure out what else. But anyway, so we've got those. All right, next up, I got some paint. I'm gonna be using this for today's DIY. I also picked up some paint in a previous haul. Crayola, so I'll probably be using that as well. But I knew I was gonna need a lot of black paint, so I just picked up this extra one just in case. All right, next up are some stickers, and I've been waiting to find these because I felt like there for a minute. I was just kind of seeing them float around on Instagram, and then I finally found them myself. So here's the whole set. And I didn't mean to get 4 of these. I think I meant to get 3, and I don't know how the 4th one ended up in my bag, but this set, you guys, is absolutely darling. And what I love about it is just how planner friendly this is. Sometimes stickers can tend to look more for like the kids, but I think this definitely looks like Dollar Tree made this with the planner community in mind, because you have like the little coffee. Oh my god, the skulls and crossbones, like I love that. And then yeah, just the cute little ice cream guy at the bottom. So I put a spell on you. That is really cute. So you know what, I am not mad. I have 4 of those. And then I picked up 2 of these, but I wished I picked up more. I don't know why I do that. Like, I have yet to even use any of my stickers in the last couple of years, but you know, my craft room's getting there. But I just really liked how they did pink pumpkins. I just thought that was really cool, really unique. It wasn't something that Dollar Tree has ever done before. So got 2 of those. And then I picked up one of these, which I think I might already have one in my stash from like a previous haul, and this was like the only one I found at the time. So just got another one. And then also in a previous haul, I showed you guys that Dollar Tree was putting out specialized children's books with a Halloween theme, and I found 2 more, and they are the Mickey Mouse. So how freaking darling is this? But these little Halloween books are so cute. Love them. So, you know, also a really great item for a care package, because super light, thin, you know, doesn't take up too much space, doesn't add to too much weight for shipping. So we've got those, and I got these to read to my niece. All right, next up, I finally hit the jackpot of the window clings, or yeah, window clings. I love these though, you guys, for my planner, especially these right here, the ones that are just like very flat. Dollar Tree also sells like the ones that kind of have like a little bubbly texture. With those, all you need is a little bit of glue stick and it will go down just great on paper. With these, what I have personally found is they stick really well to paper. I don't have to really add any sort of glue stick. But so let's just go through what we have. These are just like tombstones and coffins. Love it. And then we have, yeah, they have like a variety, you know, like fun cartoony ones. So cute. That. And then this one's amazing. I love it for the words. I know it's really big. You're probably wondering like how big is my freaking planner? But you know, there are times where I will sometimes like cut the image in half and kind of use it that way. So there's that. Oh, you know what I also use these for? I also use these for advent calendar bags to decorate the outside. If you're new to my channel, let me put you on my advent calendar bags, girl, because they're like my favorite Dollar Tree DIY I've ever done. I've done for like Valentine's Day and Christmas. Have I ever done them for Halloween? Because that would be really fun. That might be like my next project. But anyways, we have this one. So this one I think would be really great for an advent calendar bag because each little picture is its own peel stick. I will link some of my previous ones down below. Then we just have like a really nice ghost and pumpkin combo, also great for an advent calendar bag. And then this one, this one's amazing. You could definitely turn this into like a wood block, you know, whether you go to like Home Depot or something and then just kind of Mod Podge this onto a wood block or canvas even. Like how cute would that be? Turn it into some type of table decor. And then we have like a witch's one with the cauldron and all of the potions. Yeah, I'm definitely going to use mine for an advent calendar bag. And then there's this. I know, for who? Who's the calendar bag going to be for? My daughter's not home. But you know what? I'm bored. So anyways, we've got this little set, super cute. And then another witch's one. I love this one too. Like her over the moon, the silhouette and everything. That's really cute. And then I guess I got, oh no, this one's different. Yeah, hang on. Let me grab the first one so that we can compare. Yeah. So they just did like a double of those. Very cute. And then the last one, so unique. This last one really like stands out from all the other ones. And it also has like glitter detail to it as well. So super cute. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to show you guys the supplies for today's DIY, and then we will get into the whole thing. So here's the haul, or actually these things you guys haven't seen yet. So this is what I'm going to DIY today, and it is these little wood DIY chip houses. And they were so cute, and I knew instantly that I thought it would be really a great idea to kind of create like a whole little townhouse thing. Actually, I think I got the idea from like a Dollar Tree card. I mentioned it where it just like in the card it was like a little valley and had little houses, creepy houses lined up, and I think that's where like I kind of got the idea to do this. So we've got this house. I mean, look at the size of this. How amazing is that? Then we have, they're kind of like stuck on the little things. Then we have this house right here. We even have a little ghost at the door. Stop it, that's so cute. And look, a little bat right here. This one looks very Victorian. Love that. And then we have this house. And I mean, can we talk about for a second how Dollar Tree is giving us so many different options? So amazing. And then this last house in this size right here. All the window details are amazing. But then I also found this version right here. So I decided to pick up this one. It already has a base, which this is exactly what you're going to see in the DIY. But what I didn't expect was to find these at Dollar Tree. I just know the Dollar Tree gurus are going to be eating this stuff up. Did I say Dollar Tree gurus? But I meant like DIY gurus, but both, whatever. So these are brand new, you guys. They were in the Crafter Square section, and they're just called chunky slats. 10-inch chunky slats, and I really think this is going to up the DIY game so much. And I got these for the houses. So we're gonna see that in the DIY, but I also picked up these little wood blocks, and you're gonna see why I need these for the DIY. They're gonna like support the house. Yeah, you'll see. And then I thought, how else can I make it spooky? And I found these tea lights. So I picked up some in black, and they also have them in orange, and they also make a strobe light effect as well. Now this one isn't new, neither are these tea lights. They've been around for a while now, but I feel like they're going to take this DIY to another level. So anyways, those are all the products. Let's get into the DIY, but also this is the end of the haul. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Alright, so it's DIY time. I absolutely love doing Halloween DIYs. They're probably my favorite. I've done a slew of them in my YouTube career, I guess you could say. So I will link my Halloween playlist down below. But this one right here, honestly, has got to be my #1 favorite. I did not expect for them to turn out as great as they did, so I'm so excited to share it with you guys today, and you can see how clearly easy this is to do. So the first thing that I did was I got to painting. The first paint I actually used the Crayola, and it looked more gray than black, but I ended up using the Crayola as my base, and it actually worked as a really good base, just because it just seemed, I don't know, there was a different consistency to the Crayola than the black one that I used. So I just noticed that when I used the Crayola base, it just turned out better. Because with this one right here that you guys see, I actually used the other brand and it just kind of seemed more silky. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, so basically I just get to painting and I paint all of the houses black and all of the bases black. And you guys can do all of the things here with this, right? You can Mod Podge and do prints on your house if you wanted to. You could do glitter here. You could, do a lot of detail, make it look really aged and really creepy if you wanted to, but I knew that I wanted to keep it as simple as I could. I don't feel like I can really get too far into DIY, so I do like to keep them ultra simple, and that's what you will find if you dig through my DIYs. And then I started, once they dried, I also applied 2 coats, by the way. If you really want them to look amazing and seamless, I would advise 3 coats. But anyway, so then I glue these little wooden blocks down, and this was actually from the advice of one of you guys when I did a DIY last, very similar to this. And I'm using this to help with the structure of the houses and just kind of keep them from falling over, and it makes it so easy because these little wood chips are so thin, gluing them down into the wooden block would just be impossible. It would fall over from just like the weight. So anyways, these little blocks are what keeps these houses standing up. So that's all I'm doing, is just kind of reinforcing them in the back. And then you'll see with some houses like this one right here, because it has like the opening slots in the front, I had to mark where the blocks needed to go so that you couldn't see them from the front, if that makes sense. So with this one, I had to mark it, and then I glued them down, brought the house back, and then glued the house to the block. That's what I'm actually gluing the house to, to the mini blocks, not the base below. And then that's it. So once I get all the houses done, then I put it in my entryway, and you guys, look at this. Is this not the cutest thing ever? I hope that you guys do this DIY. If you do, come back, comment, and let me know that you did this. Or if you have Instagram, please tag me. I want to see your work. And I hope you guys enjoyed. This DIY right here to me is, it's #1 in my book. It's my Halloween favorite. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.